Xiaomi's way to go on a budget is the Redmi 2. It's not like any other budget phone on the market. It's twice the price of the cheapest A-brand smartphones, but 30% cheaper than the direct competitors or even the more expensive phones. It's attractive not only with its price, but also with the way it is made, with its MyUI interface, which is unique for a budget phone, let alone a Chinese phone. Is it really the best smartphone on the market? My name is Dmitro Voloshin, this is Xiaomi. Let's find out. The screen. It occupies a pleasantly big part of the phone's front, which allows for a large 4.7-inch HD screen on a smaller body. This is not typical for a budget phone. It is an IPS panel, so naturally it has wide viewing angles and honest colors. But it's still budget, albeit IPS. Maximum brightness is not high, contrast and saturation are moderate and look worse when directly compared to more expensive phones. But still, it's IPS in a budget phone. It is better than the competition, which usually have like TFT or budget AMOLED. The screen is covered with Gorilla Glass 2, which is cool. The LCD itself is gaplessly close to the front glass and is fully laminated. No air gap is present, and the sensor and protective cover make up one piece of glass directly attached to the LCD. On the top there is a proximity sensor and the front-facing camera. The notification LED is unusually placed on the bottom of the front panel, right underneath the home button. The three capacitive function buttons are on the bottom. These are recently launched, home and back. These do not light up, which is weird and inconvenient. You have to search for them every time. On the other hand, the whole area under the screen, where the buttons are, is a sensor, so you can swipe all over it, for example, to engage and disengage the one-hand operation screen shrink mode. That is nice. On the back, there's the lens of the 8-megapixel front camera with 2.2 aperture opening and the backside illuminated sensor thing. It has the most powerful LED I've seen in any phone, the noise cancellation microphone, and the grille of a quite good main speaker that, because of the camera protruding slightly from the body, is not covered when the phone lies screen up on some surface. The back cover is made from matte polycarbonate, looks like Lumia phones, kind of a shell thing. The volume up and down and power buttons are built into the cover on the right. The button sensors are on the side of the phone itself. That is a good design. The cover is slippery though, which together with its roundness on all of the corners makes it nice to hold in the hand, but totally eager to jump out of it. It is especially so when holding your phone while lying down. The phone wound up on my face at least twice during the test. Under the hood, there are two 4G slots with connection speeds of up to 150 megabits per second, micro SD card slot that can hold a 32GB card, and that looks to be a real limitation. My 64GB SanDisk did not work. Also here is a handsome orange 2200 mAh battery with Sony or LG cells inside. The phone is supposed to support Qualcomm Quick Charge 1.0, which is by default built into its Qualcomm SoC. This essentially means that the phone circuitry is supposed to handle 2 amps at 5 volts or 10 watts of power, but for some reason it does not. I was not able to spot a charging speed difference on 1 and 2 amp charger. With the included 1 amp charger, the full charge from zero takes 2 hours and 40 minutes. A good 2 amp charger or Xiaomi battery pack would charge it equally slow. Wireless, Wi-Fi, BGN, Bluetooth version 4, and a fast GPS with AGPS and GLONASS, which is important for a cheap phone. There is no NFC, but there is the OTG support. The phone is powered by a popular 64-bit Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 MSM 8916 platform. It is 4 cores times 1.2 GHz and an Adreno 306 video adapter. Because of both processor and video core being widespread and modern, all modern games run smoothly. Not maxed out on the settings, but really buttery smooth. Real racing just flies. After playing for a while, the phone builds up some heat, but moderately and definitely within comfortable range. It scored 20,091 points on the N225, which is exactly the same as any phone on the 410th Snapdragon. But the fast shell and moderate screen resolution make the phone run quick and fluent, with just few minor issues. It has 1 gig of LPDDR3 RAM, of which you can use 342 megabytes after turning the phone on. Because the MyUI shell is so tiny and optimized, the amount of available RAM is still sufficient to run a couple of quite large applications. But still, it's definitely not for any kind of serious multitasking. The internal storage is 8 gigs and it is expandable. There is an enhanced version available from Xiaomi. It has 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of storage. It's more expensive though, but more RAM is always good. 1 gig is really more like a minimum these days. From the other hand, this is a budget phone, and no feature of it is more important than its price. So 1 gig version is what most people would buy anyway, and it is really good enough. I liked the MyUI shell a lot. I like the colors and the graphics. There are a lot of themes that change the whole UI. I like the notification and the quick settings drawer, even though the latter cannot be customized. I like the mode for children and older people. A lot of the functions that you would usually search and install aftermarket, like SIP telephony, call recording, or the mentioned before child mode. A separate kudos goes to Xiaomi for updating and fixing their software so frequently. UI is updated weekly. The phone downloads it in the background over Wi-Fi and then prompts to install it. It takes a few minutes and no data or settings are lost in the process. Another good thing is the MyUI cloud services. The phone backs up its data, application settings, phone settings, moves them within the phones, etc. Part of this is already usual from the Google services. Others, like app settings, MyUI specific settings, photos and videos, are unique. Let's talk camera. It's there, and it's quite good. Quite good indeed for a budget device. Before testing it, I thought about Galaxy S3. It has really same kind of spec list, but Xiaomi is not as good. But it is okay, and certainly good for the price. We get used to flagship camera quality these days too quickly. Video is full HD. The front camera can capture video in 720p. Video is good. It has high detail, contrast and colors, but really lacks in the dynamic range. The picture looks a bit artificial to me. A separate beast is the LED on this phone. It is outright the most powerful phone LED. I've compared it to iPhone 6s and Galaxy S6, and both have failed. That is really cool. Not everyone takes flash pictures with their phone though, but definitely everyone uses their phone as a flashlight. The phone is good for 2 full days of your usual moderate usage. It went charging on the evening of the day 2 with 11% charge left. Killing it in 1 day is a mission impossible. The body is nice, but not perfect. There is a certain give and crackle to the back cover and an unexpected give of the glass on the bottom right corner, right where the screen edge is, but it's still quite good. That concludes what I had to say about the Xiaomi Redmi 2. Subscribe to this channel for more Xiaomi videos to see them first. This is Dmitro Voloshin, and have a good luck.